Welcome to the Art of Space, where we help you transform your living spaces into reflections of your personal style. Today's episode is called The Art of Display, and we're diving into creative and stylish ways to showcase your favorite collectibles, books, and decor pieces. Whether you're a collector of art, a lover of books, or you just have personal treasures that deserve the spotlight, this episode will give you practical tips on how to arrange these items to add character and beauty to your home. Displaying your cherished items is not just about filling shelves or hanging things on walls. It's about creating a visual narrative that tells your story. But first, subscribe to our channel, Last Looks, your all-in-one guide to living beautifully. The first step in creating a beautiful display is editing and curating your collection. It can be tempting to display everything, especially if you've been collecting items for years. But too much can overwhelm the space. Choose the most significant or visually interesting pieces to showcase. For example, if you're working with a collection of vases, select those that differ in size, shape, or color to create variety. If you have an extensive book collection, consider organizing them by color, size, or genre to create a visually pleasing arrangement. Less can often be more, so be selective in what you put on display, allowing each item to shine without overcrowding the space. Once you've curated your collection, think about the context of the display. Where you place items can enhance their impact. For instance, showcasing collectibles in a well-lit area, like near a window or under a soft spotlight, can make them stand out. Consider placing key items at eye level, as this is where people's attention naturally goes. You might also think about the relationship between items and their surroundings. A modern sculpture can create a striking contrast when placed in a room with traditional furnishings. The key is to let the display feel intentional, as if each piece was chosen for that exact spot. Now let's talk about shelving. Shelves are a great way to display books, collectibles, and decor items. But the way you arrange things on them can make all the difference. Start by varying the height and placement of objects. For example, you can layer books horizontally and vertically on the same shelf, or place a small plant or decorative object next to a stack of books to break up the monotony. Group items in odd numbers, like 3s or 5s, which is a design trick that naturally creates balance and visual interest. You can also play with negative space. Leaving a portion of the shelf empty draws attention to the items that are there, preventing the display from feeling cluttered. When it comes to wall displays, consider creating a gallery wall to showcase artwork, photographs, or smaller collectibles like plates or sculptures. Start by choosing a theme or color palette to unify the pieces, even if they vary in size or style. Before hanging anything, lay out the arrangement on the floor to experiment with different compositions. A well-organized gallery wall can be an artistic focal point in any room. Don't be afraid to mix frames, textures, and mediums. Incorporating things like mirrors or textile art can add depth and dimension to your display. Remember, the goal is to create a cohesive look that tells a story, not just to fill every inch of the wall. Another way to elevate your display is through lighting. Good lighting can make all the difference in how your collection is perceived. Accent lighting, such as picture lights or track lighting, can highlight specific items, making them feel more like art in a gallery. For bookshelves or built-in displays, consider adding LED strip lighting under each shelf to create a soft, glowing effect. If your collection includes delicate or valuable items, be mindful of the type of light you use. Direct sunlight or harsh lighting can cause damage over time. The right lighting will not only make your pieces look beautiful, but will also enhance the overall atmosphere of the room. Groupings and themes are another important aspect of displaying decor. Rather than spreading items randomly throughout the space, group similar pieces together to create a sense of cohesion. For example, a collection of antique cameras or glass bottles will have more impact when displayed together rather than scattered around the room. You can also use themes to guide your display choices, whether it's color, time period, or material. For instance, grouping silver and glass objects together creates a unified, elegant look. The key is to make your display feel like a curated collection, rather than a random assortment of items. Let's not forget about books, one of the most common items to display in any home. Bookshelves can be more than just functional storage. They're a blank canvas for creating visual interest. If you have a large book collection, you might organize by color for a striking rainbow effect, or by size for a more uniform, structured look. Alternatively, Mixing books with other decor items like plants, small sculptures, or framed photographs breaks up the visual heaviness of a fully stocked shelf. Another idea is to display a few books with their covers facing outward, especially if the covers are particularly beautiful or meaningful. This turns the books into artwork in their own right, making them a central part of your display. Now let's touch on displaying personal collections or unique items. Whether you collect vintage records, rare artifacts, or family heirlooms, these items are more than just decor. They hold personal significance. The key to showcasing these treasures is to give them a place of honor. Consider using shadow boxes or glass cabinets to protect delicate items while keeping them visible. If you're displaying personal items like family photos or mementos, think about incorporating them into your everyday decor rather than keeping them isolated. For example, a vintage family photo can look stunning when paired with modern furniture, blending the old with the new to create a timeless look. Textures and layers can also elevate your display. Mixing materials like wood, metal, glass, and textiles adds depth and variety to your arrangement. For instance, pairing a sleek ceramic vase with a woven basket or placing a glass figurine next to a rough-hewn wooden bowl creates an interesting contrast that draws the eye. Layering different textures makes your display more tactile and engaging, inviting people to take a closer look. Additionally, incorporating natural elements like plants, flowers, or stones brings life to the display, creating a balance between man-made objects and organic forms. Finally, rotation is key to keeping your displays fresh and exciting. Over time, even the most thoughtfully arranged displays can start to feel stale. Periodically swapping out items or reconfiguring your shelves can breathe new life into the space. Consider rotating seasonal items or displaying different parts of your collection at various times of the year. This keeps things dynamic and allows you to rediscover items that may have been overlooked. Plus, rotating your collection means you can highlight new favorites and give other pieces a break, preventing the space from feeling stagnant. To recap, start by curating your collection and selecting key pieces that reflect your personality. Think about the context of where you're placing these items and how they relate to the room. Use shelving, wall displays, and lighting to elevate your arrangement. And remember to group items by theme or color to create a cohesive look. Play with textures, layers, and scale to add depth and interest. And don't be afraid to rotate items to keep your displays fresh. With these strategies, you can transform your home into a gallery that not only showcases your favorite pieces, but also tells the story of who you are. Thanks for watching this episode of The Art of Space. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments on how you display your favorite items. Join us next time for more design tips and inspiration to help you elevate your space.